I'm Len Clark, and this is Irish 101 Game Day. Irish 101 is also sponsored by Irish Illustrated. Become a subscriber today on the web at irishillustrated.com. And by Indiana Dunes Tourism. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame begin season 133 of college football as Notre Dame will open up the 2020 football season at home at Notre Dame Stadium against the Duke Blue Devils with the kickoff at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Here's Coach Brian Kelly talking about his team.
Look, this team had no spring practice. We've gotten in 22 of our 25 practices, so we didn't get our 25 in. So there are so many other factors when you put COVID in here that are different than any other opener that I've ever experienced. So it's hard to separate the two. As it relates to the Tuesday practice, it was high energy and look, working is one thing, but working with a purpose, it was as purposeful as a practice that I've had in my time here at Notre Dame. And that only can happen when your quarterback is on top of things and you have a returner like Ian Book. You've got a lot of veterans on both sides of the ball. You don't do it with a young team. This is a veteran team. They know how to practice in the right way. It was extremely purposeful. It was high energy. It was done with intent. There was an attitude in the way that they went to work. And there's a difference between, working with a purpose and just going out there and thinking that activity is achievement. They didn't do that. They were looking to set a standard, and they certainly did that. Now, we didn't win anything on that day, but we certainly set a standard of what this group can do. And if they practice and have a purpose like that consistently, their preparation will be outstanding, and they will have success on Saturdays.
With a preview of the Duke Blue Devils, here's Fighting Irish Preview's Phil Houk.
Duke is coming off a 5-7 campaign that includes a 38-7 loss to the Irish last year in Raleigh. They returned 7 starters each on offense and defense and have a transfer quarterback and former Clemson backup, Chase Bryce. In 2 years of spot duty behind Trevor Lawrence, Bryce has completed 60% of his passes, good for 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Duke's offensive line returns 4 of 5, and they will team up with last year's leading rusher, Deion Jackson, who rushed for 641 yards and 6 TDs in 2019. Duke's top weapon in the passing game may be 6'4" NFL tight end prospect Noah Gray, who caught 51 passes, good for 3 touchdowns last season. Defensively, the Blue Devils boast a couple of outstanding defensive ends in Chris Rumpf and Victor Dimukeji, who combined for 15 sacks last year. The rest of the defense is experienced, and former All-ACC corner Mark Gilbert, who sat out last year with injury, is expected to return. On special teams, Junior DeMond, Phil Yaw Johnson last year had 2 kickoff return touchdowns. Overall, Duke will count on a dangerous pass rush and a highly regarded transfer quarterback and a respected head coach in David Cutcliffe. Throw in a dangerous kick returner, and the Blue Devils have some weapons that will make them dangerous in a season opener. For Irish 101 Game Day and Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Houk.
Notre Dame and Duke meet this afternoon at Notre Dame Stadium at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. For Phil Houk of Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Len Clark of Irish 101. Thank you for watching, and go Irish!